the sort of professionalism that we see from players. Like usually we see normal games is like, hey, we're just gonna play it passively. We're gonna let the team pass, let that team pass. Even when you have a 4-man, that's not really the way that they want to go. Because now that we are here with a competitive format, every kill point matters. And who knows, like that 1 point of kill, 20 points of kill, could actually be the main sort of difference in terms of power rankings.
Yep, indeed it might be, but this means that every single time they need to be on point, and you can see every single one of these players, right? They are super good. Just making into the Freefire World Cup, it's already an achievement in itself.
Yeah.
But it's how far you can go.
That's true. Of course, it's about the hurdle. It's not only about the finish line. It's
about a journey.
Yeah, the journey that you take. Of course, there's a little bit of bittersweet moments for some of these players here, but I hope that the teams who are not really having a great time for round 1 and round 2, they need to go in for a reset, and of course, understand why things weren't really working out in that first few rounds. And of course, now that we're moving into this huge map of Purgatory, now I feel like this could be the favorite map of certain few teams, and we saw how Thailand played it out yesterday. I'd say they understand Purgatory well enough, and a lot of them will actually head into Brasilia. You know what's funny? We have a Brazilian team. I want to see them in there as well.
We'll have to see. Like I said, going into this new map, bigger map, more space, slower zone times as well, because it takes a longer time for the zone to come in. How are they going to adapt to the game pace? Is it going to be different? Is it going to be the same where everyone just wants to get kills? It's going to be interesting. And, we're here at Bangkok, Thailand. You can feel one extra layer of stress is the crowd. One thing we didn't really highlight yet. Fortunately, we don't get a lot of shots of the crowd here. But there's so many people watching you.
Yeah, there's so many kids, families, and a lot of avid fans for Free Fire coming into the Garino Wall. Of course, this is Bytech Exhibition Center. If you guys are in Thailand, make sure you come on down. But of course, if you guys are from across the world, do stay within the stream. We'll bring you all the games, 7 rounds in total, and we're just done with 2.
Yeah, we still have a lot more, 5 more games to be exact. Now, hopefully we do get the updated standings in a relatively short time. I think the players there, once again, they're in their seats. They're just wrapping up. I can see everyone. They're already in the lobby. So I think we're going to start Game 3 relatively shortly.
Yeah, of course. Thinking about how some of these teams played it out in game number 2, I feel like WAG, if they keep another 2 consistent rounds, they are definitely in the top 3 or top 4, at least, if that actually happens. But now, different map may just shake their momentum off for a little bit. So maybe some of these other teams can take advantage of that.
Yeah, you always want to have momentum in these kind of big tournaments, right? You might not be the best teams, but once you are feeling it, you just don't stop. I think WAG, they're on the verge of feeling it already. They're just like, all right, took the booyah. We got 2nd place. We got a lot of kills as well. Not too bad. Let's just bring it home.
Yeah, I think it's a high time that some of these other teams actually try to go in for some crazy sort of flanks, because like we saw so many of those teams that were near the side of peak, as well as some of the areas such as Pachinok as well. That's where most of the fights were happening in the previous round, and they were a little bit hesitant. I do wish that they have something clear cut. Like sometimes when it comes to such a loud environment like this, communication is key, because you have 4 members there. Like you have to work as one unit. That's the most important thing. Like you gotta make sure that you plan players in the right place, move at the same time, and of course give enough support to each other.
Yep.
And this is how teamwork makes the dream work.
Basically just focus, right? You need the focus into it. Go in wholeheartedly. Don't be 50% on anything. And that's what the teams need to be for all 7 games. Now 2 games has been eclipsed. 5 more games to go. It's still available, as I think we are going to load into the standings in a relatively short time to just spot out what other teams, their current state are, and see how they kind of rack up against one another.
Yeah, and of course, I do believe this team standings are ready. And right now, WAG looking handsome with 860 points. Meanwhile, GPS with that Booyah will send them with a clean 500 points.
Yeah, not too bad, but WAG far and above. TOP in third place, 465. SPS, 420 in fourth place. Anahua, they had a really good run. Still fifth place. It's not too far. One good game, that's going to just propel them up. But you can see the rest of the team still kind of lacking behind. Shutdown, 300. Tarim, only 190. Red Candace, a lot of people thought they were going to be the favorites coming in. Only 180. Taker, 175. Pink Lady, the Malaysian team, 170. EVOS, Capital, as well as SFIZ Hades. 11 and 12, both the Indonesian teams not really showing up.
Yeah, I feel like we saw amazing plays coming from EVOS, but in terms of kills, they're not really picking it off much. I would say, like, round 1, they looked really good, but round 2 was quite a disastrous round, if you ask me, because they were all playing separately. Of course, they take all this crazy attempts. Like, you can do so, but like now that you're playing against champions of across the world, you cannot like just underestimate it and say, hey, this is gonna be fine, and like just try to bait them out every single game. Like, we saw a little bit of a deja vu situation where they were rotating around Anawa for the second time. And it was like, okay, guys, we're not going to fall for that. And now the circle is not too far away. Like, we got options. And of course, they take all the enough place for them to even attempt like a lot of drifts across them. So, like, now that you're playing against, it was just still interesting plays. But I do hope that they could step up out of that. And hopefully enough, some of these guys from Indonesia, Malaysia could actually improve. Red Canids as well. I do believe that Red Canids, a really strong organization, a really strong squad. They just haven't really found their footing yet.
They haven't gotten their gears rolling. I think that's the saying that people kind of go into it. 2 games gone. But like I said, right, couple of strings of good games, that's about it. Now, we got received word that the game will start in 3 minutes or so. So teams, I think they're already into it. They're just going to load, make sure that everything is on track. You know, Freefire World Cup. This is the stage that you want to be on, so make sure that you have no issues whatsoever. Now, you talked about the bottom side of things. Let's talk about the top side of things, right? WAG, top spot, sitting pretty, I think at least 200 points across the second spot, right? If they just continue this momentum, they'll definitely go through and put on a good shout to bring it home. But you cannot deny Anahua, really strong showing, coming in third place that game. As well, the team that got the Booyah in that second round, you know, GPS Veteranos, repping the Brazilian team.
Yeah, I feel like, of course, the Chinese Taipei squad top, they are still in the running. So they dropped towards the top 6, if I'm not mistaken. We saw them having really, really strong rotations. But game 1, really solid stuff. Game 2, getting a little bit shaky. So you can see a little bit of a downwards trend for them. So maybe Purgatory might be better. We haven't seen any of them play in Purgatory yet, except for the Thai Championship yesterday, where the Thai squads look really good, but now facing the best of the world may not be the same sort of situation once again.
You know, on the flip side, if they show up in this 3, because we have 3 Purgatory games, right? If they show up really strong, you know, get a lot of kills, plays first and second, they will be back into the mix.
Yeah. I gotta say so. Like, it's not impossible for all these teams over on the lower side of the brackets to chase up, because we have 5 more games to go.
Still early days.
Yeah, it's still very, very early to tell who's going to actually lift the trophy. Remember, guys, $100,000 on the line, but they cannot just focus on the money. Like,
I mean, in this point, in this stage, you don't think about the money at all, right?
That's not
you are just thinking that you want to perform the best that you can. But I think with that being said, we are ready to load into the 3rd game of the Free Fire World Cup. The teams, they are loading in. They are onto it. They want to get into it. A different map. Will it be a different outcome? We are going into Purgatory. And could it be something different?
Definitely will be a great showing here as we'll go into the 3rd round of the Free Fire World Cup.
The other teams, they're so focused. You can feel the intensity in the stadium. There might be thousands of people watching it, but the only focus is their phone and obviously that throne. They just want to lift that throne.
Yeah, of course. I wish I could just take the throne home as well, you know, if I'm one of the champions there. But, of course, we are going into the fight already. The champions, WAG, still leading, of course, on the top of the board. But WAG still has a lot of work to do here.
Yep.
They were top 2 last round.
They cannot slip up. They cannot slip up.
GPS took the game away from them. And of course, GPS had all the grenade launches that they needed here. And speaking of GPS, they are headed towards the quarry section.
They actually go to the same sort of direction, but they finally split up. You can see WAG going to Mount Villa as you are going to quarry instead. Do we see any early fights? Yes, we do.
All the fights are inside of the ski launch, ladies and gentlemen. And top will fight off against Team Tekka.
So far, they're just going to bow out. You can see Team Tekka, they're a little bit more, they're a bit more scattered. So they have a little bit more equipment with them because they have more houses to loot. Meanwhile, top, they're so scattered. You can see all of them are still holding their fist.
Yeah, they're really severely underlooted there. Meanwhile, Fluffy does have a couple of equipments. Kwampaji holding on to that power and running off to get a little bit of a extra loop over onto the corners as well. I think that they are playing it really safely because Tekka hasn't really got themselves into a really great position.
So one member of top actually went down already. Wolf is the one that got killed off.
Oh man, like I guess it was him running into all the other Tekka members, and of course with Tekka just having all these members into the rest of them, they are sort of zoned out, but the rest of Tekka instead wants to opt out in this sort of a team fight that we see. And Taram's just sharing the compound here with the rest of Red Cannons.
Taram has one pattern in this World Cup. They have every single game. They go for this early engages. Is it going to be good for them? They are walking into the power of Red Cannons. They need to be careful here.
Well, of course, Red Cannons haven't really had that sort of hot run. Maybe Taram can actually take advantage once
They're
again.
backing out.
Oh, yeah.
No
they're running into another team there, team number 8. And of course, that's Anawak just keeping them accompanied by the corners of the town. And of course, Purgatory, you have so many angles to work with here. And I think that snipers are pretty beneficial here as they find a Firefox top. Kazan spots out some movements here.
This compound, look at that. Anawak as well as SFI. 3 teams in this small little vicinity. Who is going to come true? Except for now, no teams are going to open fire just yet.
From the side of Taram, of course, they had 4 kills in the last game. Still not enough. There was only Clinch left alive, and of course, he got gunned down by the side of WAG. Now, Sneeja is being one of the supportive roles for a team. You can see that that's felt from Oliva as well as Moko. Oh my! Seems like they're getting clipped already as Lord takes a couple of bullets as Mazek needs a little bit more support coming from the team as Taram tries to get all the angles right to face off against the Indonesian side.
All right, now for now they're just gonna walk out. You can see that Fire Lord is behind this rock. A lot of shots actually connects. Does have the scar with him, so that's a pretty decent mid-range gun. Will be pretty effective in this sort of range, but his teammates are all scattered around. Remember, Anawak is pretty close as well.
They're driving by, and it seems like they want to bait out some shots. Getting a little bit more information here as SFI just cut across. So they've seen a couple of these guys, and they're all hiding by the fences. So it should be all right for him to actually make a road around. Kara just trying to get a couple of clips over with that Famas, but he's got a really swanky ride with him.
Yeah, the sports car, the fastest vehicle in this game, so it's pretty hard to catch him up. But you can see SFI, they're going straight into this compound.
Is he going to crash in though?
He is. He wants to just park outside, immediately stops the car. Now, he does have his P90 out and about. Immediately goes back into the car though, but the car is actually pretty badly damaged. He needs to be careful. He will be able to walk away just in time, but this bought so much time for SFI to walk into the zone. It's so much closer, and this could be really bad for Team Taram.
Taram getting cornered right now. Zote's coming in for a flank. This might just be the good fight that they needed here. As you can see, so many warriors happening all across the map. But Sneeja managed to clip one member down. Zote goes down on the ground. And it's coming Sneeja, taking it off the P90. And now they're going in back into those corners, and they will try to finish off Lord right there.
Yeah, but they're not done yet. Only one member's a piece down. Yamil from the flank side. What can Sneeja do? He gets a headshot down. No chance. And Yamil, he wants to finish this off. He's going to come in, heal up his teammate, but all Clinch coming in for it. And now they do get it. He redoes it, but he will go down. SFI say this. No chance. That was close, but once again, Taran coming out clutch in the early engages.
Oh my goodness me. Seems like we did miss a couple of kills across the map as EVOS gets one for themselves, take a 1 kill, and Don't gets 2. And I look into that situation and I'm thinking about this. Taran versus SFI. Episode 3.
Oh, God.
Man, this is heavy rivalry stuff coming in from the Russians and the Indonesians.
Indirect rivalry, something that I didn't kind of expect. But at least they're getting a lot of good kills here. Might help them in the long run. Remember, points are really important.
Yeah, and speaking of that top, coming in from the Chinese Taipei team, seems like they've always received a lot of great information, but they've been playing a little bit passively in the early stages. They go there. One of the main guys coming in from Anawa has definitely showed us true skills, especially when you give him the long-range ARs like M60, really reliable firing rate as well as good range. It won't really have too much of a bullet drop fall damage, of course. Now Anawa has that katana and will get a little bit of a rotation as they try to flank against the Russians there. Taran putting up that crew wall and will be safe for now. For the side of Sneeja. Sneeja's gonna make sure that they go in to secure a couple of loots there. I think that they still need a couple of mats in their hands. Now, you can see Sneeja as being the main support of the team with this whole setup that you have dash.
Healing touch as well.
Hacker's Eye. This is what we need. Like, everyone should actually get all these sort of different sort of loadout so that you can benefit for your team.
Okay, so far, it looks like things have slowed down a little bit. They died down. Not so much fights anymore. They're playing it a little bit slower. You can see GPS Veteranos. They're back here. What are they going to do? Third map, Purgatory. We asked, we question, will things change? Things have definitely changed. The game is much slower paced now.
Of course, SBS. They had really high momentum yesterday, but today a little bit of a different story. Coming in from GPS Veteranos, they have a really good advantage here, but Kronos is kind of far off. You got to catch up with the team if they really want to pick up this fight. Meanwhile, from the side of SBS, pretty well balanced in terms of how they want to execute this, as SBS have the whole vicinity to themselves at the Marble Works for the time being.
You can see the save zone is starting to shrink. This is only the first save zone, so it's going to be a little bit slow before they go for it. Just remind everyone, this is Purgatory, the third map. We have 7 games in total, so long day ahead.
Yeah, totally a long day ahead. And of course, now a lot of things have quieted down for a little bit after the early scuffle, and now EVOS Capital may just find themselves into another tricky situation because there's so many houses all across, and they are driving by. May just end up towards the side of Brasilia much later on. The
thing is that they have 2 vehicles, so they just want to kind of bait out. You can see they kind of having a convoy running, just running, drifting around.
Now, he receives all this information, and he knows that he should not take the bait.
Oh, Eva, they're going now. They're going to the compound. Taran, this could be a big opportunity to rack out some good points. Oh, but they just ran out straight away.
Oh, it's just another bait. Like, they know that somebody's inside of some of this areas there, but of course Taran didn't really want to point a gun at them as of yet. Now
they're both racing each other right now.
Yeah, like you can see they have 2 of these vehicles. They're just gonna go. A little bit of an accident, but they're still fine.
There goes the guns. Yep, they know. Anahua took the bait. But
it's always about Anahua versus EVOS for some reason.
Yeah. But it looks like Anahua did take the bait. EVOS. Are they gonna come back? Nope, they're gonna stop by Rick Candace's compound, and they're just basically rounding the map right now.
Yeah, and looking into the map, of course, this circle is headed to meanwhile, Manny get a clip up off the bat as this score spray coming from Kadu was just beautiful. And looking into this, man, Coupe wants to give a little bit more support coming from the side, as they know that the Great Cannons will go on a little bit of a chase. And now, Cannons desperate for the kill. They haven't gotten anything at all.
Looks like the EVOS convoy has been stopped by the Raid Candace police. No more spinning around. Now Top's the one that's going away.
Oh, they're actually going in for a bridge cam here, coming from the side of Anawa.
But this is a monster truck. They need to be careful. They see Daniel, but do they want to open fire? No, they're just gonna go through it. Anawa trying to just dodge this out. They want to go kill on the top member. They do actually down right. That's really good play coming in. They at least get one. Do they get any more? The monster truck will get burned down. They do have blue walls, but here comes Sean with the M4A1. They take one. Now Cross on needs to get out of there. He doesn't get through, and Top will be eliminated.
And the guys from Taiwan, they have been taken out just like that. And man, even if you have a monster truck, you cannot survive.
I mean, when you have the whole map
from Anoa,
the whole map shooting at you, it's pretty hard to survive.
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. Like, it's just jutting out in front of your eyes. Meanwhile, Rick Cannons wants to cut across.
Oh, WAG, this is gonna be an intense few minutes, man.
Yeah, and I like what I'm seeing so far. Meanwhile, all these Latin American teams are making a huge comeback in this round, and I'm just liking what I see so far. Meanwhile, Anahuac just wants to get themselves into a deeper location, as WAG is around the corner as well. Nico
does get behind a tree, but he doesn't see where he's getting shot from. It's from the bridge. It's Rick Candace, and they do down one. Do they get another Nico? Dangerously low, but WAG with the high ground advantage. Manananda will finish on Nico. That's a sneaky backstab. WAG, they're not happy of them picking up the kills. Enoa gets annihilated, but the gunfight's not over. WAG.
Oh, man.
They do need to fight Rick Candace. Rick Candace looks like they're getting the better of WAG because they have a wider spectrum to fight from different angles.
As much as they are in different angles, they are well spread out. Looking into this WAG, still one blood. They managed to clip down some of these guys from the side of Rick, and now finds Vinegar. May just take him down. Beautiful wall coming in, and now Vinegar getting a little bit of a rundown.
Oh,
that knockout coming from NPC was just so beautiful.
The glue wall was not in the right angle. He closed off the wrong side, but at least he managed to get behind it right now. He won't stay alive for a little bit. Maybe his teammates will be able to get to him. He's running, he's running.
Danza finally came in to rescue. Meanwhile, Kadu holding up.
Good play.
The where is getting shut off there.
Yep.
But of course, NPC still has his HP up.
Oh.
Now, without the helmet, it's going to be a little bit difficult for side of NPC.
Look at that. GPS with Ranos and SPS already in the zone, and they need to get into it right now.
Look at Evos just by the river right there. As the rest cannons slowly marching in, they may be able to take up a couple of kills towards the side of the Indonesians if they are not careful enough. There's packages inside of the river, and they will go in for a couple of loot before going in for the team fight.
Do you think they're going to go for a swim here? Get a swim? I don't think it's a good idea anymore.
Yeah, not really. And they don't really have that much of time. Only 43 seconds before the next zone closes in. So all these other teams, such as Shutdown, they have to cut across. And Kupai is already being the cross Coast Guard right now as Few tries to heal himself up.
Yeah, Shutdown is actually really far apart. Meanwhile, you can see a member of Team Tekka does get knocked down there. SPS starting to open fire onto Team Tekka, but let's follow this fight. SPS, they do actually take down Put from Shutdown. Oh, Coupe
gets knocked out right there as Away shuts him off, and now Mr. 13 will be able to lend a hand. Of course, extra code for some you viewers out there.
11,000.
Take this one down.
1-1-1-1-1. A lot more.
That's some good stuff coming in, but of course, speaking of good stuff, we see team fights after team fights as P-Mark coming from the side of SPS.
They might be. They're getting ever under heavy siege, but what a return rate coming out from the rest of the team. They're getting flanked from the roadside. EVOS has entered the building and they want to fight. Rick Candice, though, they do down one member of WAG. However, you can see everyone is just taking up their teammates. They do down people, but they don't kill them off.
Over side of WAG, they are calling in for the supplies as Alamau keeping up with the pressure and will try to flank them up with the M79, misses the shot, and now Dark tries to pressure him off as well.
Dark.
Another grenade launcher coming in on the side, and Alamau, the last member of Red Cannon, gets taken down there, and WAG still wants blood, and Manny gets shot up there. Beautiful work coming in from Shadow.
Oh, this is a really crazy ending. We still have 22 players left alive and 7 teams. We don't know who is going to come through here. WAG, they only have 3 members. And Mr. 05 getting a lot of damage. Double glue wall for double protection. Extra durability.
Yeah, of course. That definitely was much needed coming from them. And WAG now on the corner. I feel like it's going to be really hard for the Vietnamese to actually cut across because
they're not in the zone.
They have to run out, and they can actually get a lava view over the side of EVOS as well as WAG. Now, over on that side, we have Anoa as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, Mr. 05, he was just counting his blessings, hoping and praying he could stay alive, but not gonna happen there. Easy pickings. The last surviving member for EVOS will be Mr. 13. Now, SPS, though, really good spot. Same goes to Team Tekka, actually.
Oh, man, this scenario here is going to be quite a tricky one because it's by the corner of the river once again. Meanwhile, one member from the side of Team Don't will have to face off against Team Tekka, and Tekka getting a little bit of pressure coming in from Taram as well.
I can see the shots come through. Everyone is in the vicinity. You can see Don't away. He's just under this bridge. He wants to stay alive because he's all on his lonesome. He's hoping he can just get a good score from the placement points. Meanwhile, everyone's still shooting away. Oh my god, this is a bridge
like
from
Tekka. Taram, what happened?
Wow, they just got annihilated by the M79 from Scott.
That was just some crazy stuff for Scott. Once again, takes out Dark coming in from WAG and NPC as well.
The M67, sorry, the M79 coming in clutch from EVOS. Mr. 13 does kill off one member of SPS. The zone is really, really close. You know, away from Team Shutdown, playing very
Got all
here.
The info, but can he actually get at least a kill in this situation?
He needs to wait. He needs to wait.
They heard the movement. Oh my god.
I don't think so.
They're too occupied though. Mr. 13 still just hugging by the corners there. And can he actually not take damage from the safe zone there? Pikai going in for some stress as they catch over onto La Furia. Oh my, Mr. 13 do it. And that's going to be some shots to shred out the helmet.
On the other side, there's actually a lot of players coming in here. Team Tekka not as safe as they think here. Gonna go down proning and come for it. And now Shutdown away. He needs to get in there. He's hoping and praying that he gets a very sneaky run. However, he doesn't have the force will trade. But Mr. 13 is right in front of him. He's gonna go for it. He's waiting. He's gonna be close. And WAG is on it. Now, a lot of key teams are down. GPS Veteranos, they're out as well. Only 3 teams that's alive. EVOS has 1 member. And guess what? Team Tekka has 4. SPS has 3. Who's gonna come in clutch? They're going into it. The safe zone is in the open field. They want to go for it. They're on the outside of the safe zone. EVOS, he's going for it. Now, he is in a 1v3 situation. Can he do it? This has to be big from Mr. 13. He has a lot of numbers in his name, but can he have a lot of number of kills?
Is this going to be a Kobe?
Oh, no.
Taking his health real low, and they are getting forced out already. Kai's just going to go in.
He's going to stay zone. It's going to hurt. He's trying to play it. I don't think it's possible. Mr. 13, he will go down, and EVOS gets eliminated. That means SBS representing the ties. Going to bring it home, and that is a lot of points.
And Sumpawasi.
Are you sure you're pronouncing that right?
Sumpawasi.
Yeah. Let's call it SBS to make sure.
Yeah, we're going to call him SBS as they secure that beautiful booyah there. 3 kills on Legends and Scott, 2 kills on Pikai, and 1 on P-Mark. So that is going to give them so much to shoot them up into positions. WAG, though, on 6th place is going to hurt them a little bit more. Aram doing a little bit better after that bout. Now, we see CRM on 3rd place with 5 kills as well. So, and Team Tekka upping the game. And I really feel proud for these guys as well.
Let's look at the highlights here. And the monster truck, hey, you thought it was safe and sound. You're in your high horse, you're running through. Why not just run through the Colombians?
Yeah, and of course, the Colombians making magic happen. But eventually, you see Anoa instead getting clipped outside of the open grounds. And of course, WAG managed to pick off a lot of kills. But EVOS, though, they were playing by the trees all along. They managed to flush people out. But Rick Cannon here taking a lot of aggressive fights towards the side of WAG. And that grenade was just beautiful.
That was really unfortunate for WAG because they were stuck in this crossfire of EVOS, of Pink Lady as well. And of course, you have Rick Cannon. And now here, Mr. 13, he was actually getting heavy under siege, but he managed to stick it out to get a 2nd place.
Yeah, like it was such a big surprise that he managed to spot out Don't under the bridge, and Away had no choice but to take all the bullet shots because he's already been damaged by the zone. And Tekka here, of course, having the time of their lives, but eventually SPS was the one with the most members, so they managed to take that game in their hands with the numbers advantage. But of course, yes, I I could just hear the crowd roaring, although I have all these earphones.
These earphones are pretty good because we can't hear anything at all. But whenever you open it, we just hear like roar. The roar is insane. But these other teams showing up, like we mentioned, 3 different games, 3 different teams that took home the booyah. And I tell you, this is still an open field.
Yeah, it's definitely
literally an open field.
Wide because we thought that WAG could sort of keep up with that sort of momentum, but pressure after pressure, every teams were on their back, and they just want to make sure that they take down all these big guys. And of course, Purgatory being a different map, it's good. It has definitely shown that hey, some certain other teams definitely mastered this way better than they do as compared to Buddha.
And the thing is that the next map is still going to be Purgatory, so still the same kind of strategy will be applied in that next map. Will it be another Thai team? We highlighted this before the game started. We said, yo, yesterday we were watching some of the games. Wait a second, the Thai team, they're pretty good at Purgatory. They coming, guns blazing.
Yeah.
That's the proof here. SPS taking up the booyah and 9 kills with it. Really good points. We will be bringing you the updated score in a relatively short time. But I have a feeling that maybe WAG is not top spot anymore.
Perhaps
they finished 6th and only with 2 kills.
Yeah, their position may just be challenged by
that's true.
Some of the teams from Latin America as well, because on the round number 2, we saw some of these other teams like TOP actually falling off from the Chinese Taipei, and of course they were blown down by Anuak when they were on that monster truck, as we saw coming in from the highlight, and of course way early on. I feel like definitely that momentum has shifted because it has been towards nearly the first half of the day.
Yep, I think so too. Now is where the players, we give them an excuse. Sometimes players, they wake up a little bit later.
Yeah.
Jet lag, okay, we'll give it to them, jet lag, even though they're from Thailand.
Okay.
They're the only team without a jet. But they're starting to get into the rhythm. That's the thing that we're trying to point out. And this is where sometimes teams, they need a couple of games to just kind of warm things up. I think everyone is there now. They are ready and they want to go ham.
Yeah, and looking into some of these teams, I feel like Pink Lady hasn't really gotten into that sort of scenario that was advantageous towards them. And a lot of times we saw them trying to pick off all these fights by themselves. It's not really that efficient as compared to what we saw from other teams. So I feel like Pink Lady needs to really find a way to work it out as a team, as a single unit, although it's always a 4-man in these Free Fire rounds. But
it's the individual skill you're talking about, right? And I do agree with you. Even though these teams, they're the best of the best, sometimes, some days you just show up better than the others. And maybe Pink Lady and to a certain extent SFI, they're not one of those days where they're just getting those shots that they need to hit.
Yeah, and of course Evo is getting second place now. Definitely going to give them like more than 200 points in this situation. So
200 points is really good. You got, I think,
from the bottom
kills as well.
Go towards the middle.
Yeah, they got 10 kills. So that's another 200 points. So you get 400 points just that game there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so really good shout. They are updating the standings, guys. Don't worry, we'll bring it. We want to know.
Yeah.
We are just viewers as well. We're just viewers with a mic.
Oh, yeah. Okay, but of course, we've tried to analyze things as we go through some of these teams. Now, I feel like one of the greatest players that I've seen in terms of aim would be Nico from Anawa. I feel like a lot of times when he's given that opportunity, he will seize it. And other than that, all the guys coming in from the side of Vietnam, I would say NPC has been doing a solid work for his team.
I think they showed up the top killers of the server so far, and I think WAG, they were the ones that were topping the charts because obviously they were finishing top 2 in both games. I want to see after this third game who is the one that is still on top. They're still upping the scores, don't worry. However, this still means so much, right? Those are just individual awards. You want the big one, the whole bootleg of it, right? $50,000 for the team to bring it home. First place, that's a huge paycheck.
Yeah, that's a huge paycheck. And of course, they just want to etch their name into the trophy and
it's
make
history as well.
Be the first one to win
the
Free Fire World Cup. And of course, this is the team standing right now as WAG is still on top with the most kills right now, as SPS coming in with 18, not too bad. As the Thai team, they just go out guns blazing. Meanwhile, GPS and Evo's Capital tie in with 13 kills each. So they're chasing up the points. And of course, from the side of TOP, that will make up the top 5.
Yep, and you can see the rest, even though Anahua, a lot of kills, even more than TOP. But the placement points not enough to actually only on 6. Shut down the team from Thailand. Started off well. A little bit lackluster a couple back games. Now only in 7. You have 8 from Teka. They finished top 3. Not enough now. That is the full scores just to give you a good head start and to understand in detail. WAG still first place, but not that lead that they wanted anymore. Only around 100 points, and that can just slip by right before your eyes. SPS second. GPS Veteranos from Brazil in 3rd place. EVO's Capital. Good.
Wow.
Play. Coming in 4th place now.
Top 2 and now
straight away.
Top 4.
And then TOP.
TOP and
Anahua. Same points.
Of course, TOP, with them actually dominating game number 1, they still have a little bit of a kill advantage as compared to Anahua. That will place them towards the 5th place. Now, meanwhile, over on the 7 to 12, we have Shutdown, Teka, Tarum, Red Cannons, Pink Lady slipping to 11, and SFI. Of course, 2 rounds in a row, being the first one to be eliminated.
Yeah, not gonna help your cause, man.
Yeah, it's not helping at all. But of course, still a lot to be chased. As Pink Lady, imagine if they actually take the Booyah.
Wow.
It will still send them towards the top 5.
Yeah, but it's a long shot. It's a long call. And the thing is that you see the consistency of WAG. And that is the kill leader. And like I said, WAG, it's dark. 10 kills.
10 kills and 2.7k damage. This guy is just insane. Look at it. So, 10 kills. And out of it, it's not really headshots. It means this guy has been doing dirty work. He's been the top fragger so far for very good reasons for WAG.
And you know, this is one of the reasons why WAG is just in that top spot. Their players are very consistent. They get a lot of shots done. They get a lot of kills as well. And that's what you need in order to win the Freefire World Cup.
And of course, other than that, those are the Thai casters that you just saw with a glimpse of an eye. Of course, you see a little bit of a bird's eye view of the whole scenery. And imagine, this is just one small part of the BidTech exhibition. We have so much going on here at the Garino Wall. And man, I gotta say this, other than that, we talked about NPC. And NPC we saw consistently get at least 3 to 5 kills. Imagine, he is part of the top 5.
Yeah, I think so too.
If we want to count in terms of kill. And this is just the kill leader. 2 of them in the same spot. They are definitely lethal coming in from Vietnam.
Yeah, and you just want to see that continue. They cannot drop behind from. They cannot dip in from. That's the word I'm looking for. Because once they do, that's going to hurt their chances. You can see their lead, it was 300 points. Now it's only down to 100 points.
Yeah.
It's going to slip up. And we still have a lot more games, more than half to go. We just finished 3 maps. We have 4 more to go.
Yeah, and looking to how GPS Veteranos played as well, I feel like, man, Latin America definitely have that sort of flair. Not only them, I'm looking at other teams as well, such as Teka, Anahua, still bringing in a lot of flavor into the gameplay. Especially, we saw some of those guys were up on the bridge. That was Team Teka, if I'm not mistaken. So they were in this pretty awkward situation after the final circle comes in. So Evo just gets rushed out. And looking into the following round, that it's still going to be Bermuda. Purgatory. And Purgatory, so far, a lot of them actually focus towards the central zone instead of the sides. But of course, other than that, the early drops were actually very, very focused towards the eastern section.
Yeah, I think it's mainly what they got to do here is because these teams, right, the Purgatory is much bigger map. I mean, we sort of saw the response of this big map sort of pressure, right? Games a little bit slower. They don't want to fight anymore. And obviously, going to the later stages of the day, they want to make sure to get more points. We just received a word that the game will start in a couple of minutes, so don't go anywhere. Still a lot of Free Fire to go. But I want to see whether teams will change it up. Maybe some team will come, all right, you know what? Let's go all out. Let's go to the place where everyone is there. We need a lot of kills. A team maybe like SFI, maybe like Pink Lady, where they're so lacking behind. They just need the points, man.
I feel like SFI, at least like inside of Purgatory, they're faring a little bit better as compared to Bermuda, because Bermuda 2 drops in a row, immediately facing Tarum. Of course, on the first game itself, they won, but round 2 and 3, oh man, it's just really painful to see them just getting wiped out by Tarum. But of course, Tarum is such a crazy strong team. I talked about the Europe-Russia teams, like they usually play a very passive start, but when they get challenged, that's where Tarum, time after time, like even a 1v4 situation, they managed to clutch a couple of rounds before. So don't look down on these guys. Russia has a lot to offer, and you can see now their position slowly having an upwards sort of graph chart, and who knows, may squeeze into the top 3 eventually.
Well, we'll have to see whether they can squeeze in the top 3, because if I'm not mistaken, the teams and players are ready. And with that being said, we are going to slowly wipe it up into the map. We've seen a lot of Free Fire action, and we have a lot more to continue. Who is going to topple spot? Will WAG find their form, or will somebody else try and challenge their throne? This is Game 4 of the Free Fire World Cup, and it brings us to Ferguson.
Of course, you can see all these beautiful faces here. And of course, we still have the golden M79 on board.
Do you want that?
I will love that, man. Like, even if they make the skin for it, man, I'll buy it. I totally will buy it. Of course, the winners of the first round, SPS from Thailand, having the whole crowd cheering for them right now. And now we see them floating once again towards the west side of the bridge. Hopefully enough, they could secure themselves into either quarry or even golf course in that sense. Meanwhile, from the side of Indonesia, we see Evo's capital just folding towards the southern central area, as we see red cannons will duel from the side of SFI as well as Anawa.
It's going to be a bloodbath in the middle of the map. You can see everyone's already dead. There's actually 3 teams in this vicinity. You have Shutdown, you have red cannons, SFI, but everyone is going to run away. You can see Kadu trying, no, let me in, let me in. It's like a horror film, right? No!
Oh, yeah.
Get me in the house. Lock the door, lock the door.
It's like, you got to run back to your family members. It's like, oh, okay, we got your back. And then now you see Vinegar has the AK. Meanwhile, OK is saying, no, it's not really OK, because the rest of SFI is all under the same roof. Now found himself a Scar, and will possibly go in for a challenge here. Oh my, Few has a few words to say as Lord takes him down with the M60.
But Jamil does get traded off there. Good kills coming out from Petch as well. So both teams, they do kill off a couple of members here and there. But Putch as well, he went to the open field. What?
That's questionable play coming in. I mean,
but it's Rick Candace that actually got the kill.
I feel like it's not necessary for him to actually run out in that sort of situation. There's no reason for you to do so. But from this situation, it seems like John is actually playing a little bit of a cat and mouse game coming in, as both don't away takes him down, as John still has 2 HP left, but he will get sniped down from downtown. Legolas with the really amazing play.
But Daniel, he's there just in the time. He almost went down. Meanwhile, away, does get killed off at the end there. They do manage to walk away here. Now only 1 member left with Shutdown though.
Yeah, and it seems like from the side of Shutdown, it's a little bit unfortunate, as we can see that Team Shutdown now has to play it out by themselves inside of the facility. It's going to be a little bit challenging, as you can see that Anawak is just having a little bit of rotation here, hoping to actually catch out a little bit more of action coming in. They can't
they see
man.
Someone there. Yep, there goes it. And now, okay, I don't think you're going to be okay anymore. They want to go for the grenade. They launch from above, and they do flush out. Okay, he actually manages to walk out into the compound.
But he goes back up again.
He goes back upstairs. He's playing the ring around the Rosie, but Daniel says, stop that. No running in the house.
Of course, we now have noises coming in from the vehicles, as SFI secures one, and that flank coming from Ray Cannons is going to be massacred there by the Indonesians as they try to look for a flank, and all of them gets wiped out by Zote.
That is the boost that they exactly needed. Didn't start off well, but guess what? Contra,
5 kills.
Exactly. But they do lose one member, so that's still that's sort of a trade-off there. But at least they're on the board and they wiped out Ray Candace.
Finally, a good news for the side of the Indonesian team. SFIZ Hades has 3 kills on Zote, and he went in on the right time. You can see that all of them rushed out the I don't know, like they just rush upwards and immediately get caught into the crosshairs of Zote. And you can see all of these guys just fall down one by one by one, just like dominoes. Now looking into the safe zone here, all of them are trying to find a way in towards the the western island once again. And of course, with that being said, Quarry as well as Marbleworks is a perfect place to be.
Let's talk a little bit more about the traits they're looking for. And we see as the day goes by, the players decided to change up their strategies, right? You're seeing more Hacker's Eye getting picked up instead of the Gluttony because they want to play more aggressive. They don't want to be passive anymore.
Yeah, you can see Tarum.
Another one.
Oh man, yeah, like I definitely would say that it's definitely beneficial when you can actually get the Hacker's Eye in where you can attack at least 5 seconds.
Yep.
Where you just give off so much information towards the team. And I gotta say that Tarum, I talked about them a lot on how they usually play. If you want to play a passive round with them, they will still have a lot of advantages even if you go on a deficit round. But EVOS is nearby.
Yep, but the thing is that at least, you know, Tarum, they don't have that early fight anymore. But WAG, if they get knocked out, that would be really, really bad for them. Remember, we talked about this momentum-based game. They started off well, but they need to keep at it. Looks like WAG, they're just going to walk away. But EVOS, they have the sports car, they see dark. They know that someone's across the hill, and they're going straight at it.
When you hear the sports car, you know that is EVOS Capital on the down, but they are getting clipped off already. I have to hop off.
Grenades coming through. Cupid, that's with a glow off. But here comes the rush from FPC. Can he get the kill? No, he gets knocked out himself. And now they need to back out. But WAG, they're coming thick and fast. Cupid, 1v3. What can he do? Can he do it all? No, he can't. He will get taken out. But Mr. 05,
he's still alone up there, and the rest of the members are playing out. We'll tap more on his feet, and now another blue wall comes out. As Hasty going in for the rush, and WAG wants that final blow and sends them off in another rotation there. Oh man!
The last member is Mr. 13. Can he do it? It is a 2v1 situation, but this has hampered WAG so much. They have lost 2 members. This is going to be hard for them to win it. Mr. 13 puts down the glue wall. What's going on? Oh, the headshot! And Shadow HP says, Mr. 13, sit down! And EVOS out and about.
Look at the damage scores coming in from WAG. 3.6k and GPS not too far behind, but WAG with that beautiful head start. I told you about EVOS, right? Like, they always want to get this rotation. They disrespected on how much firepower the enemies had, and now they pay the price time and time again. They cannot afford to make this sort of same mistakes anymore.
The thing is that they're in this position where they need points as well, right? So
yeah, but
they need to go all out. They need to make sure they do get this extra points. It's sort of like a lottery where, hey, if it works out really well. If it doesn't work out well, basically we just saw it, right?
Literally crashed and burned. And speaking of that, Kai has his all Terra members over on the bridge, and they are looking to actually rotate out of that situation. Terra actually taking a little bit of a turn. Meanwhile, they are trying to deal with Croissant, which is on that tower right now. Snija.
Snija, he knows. She definitely knows. He tries, goes for the shoot. He gets the shot as well. Croissant, he wants some retribution for her team. Can he go for it? Immediately, Snija goes for the mech hit, and he goes for the rush. Can he get Croissant? No, he's the one that gets gunned down from far range. And immediately the glue wall came out. That means no trade kills. Great play coming out from TOP, but Snija, she basically just suicided herself.
Oh man, I say that it was just a little bit of a flick coming in. And of course,
good shots.
Definitely got it right on the hand. And to be fair, Snija didn't really have enough health. she was already damaged at the get-go. So with that being said, Sneeja being left out alone had to fall. It was not a really good push. She should have went in for a little bit more meds before they commit into the second flank coming.
Okay, now things had slowed down again, Contra. Yeah. Now no more gunfights. We're used to this pace a little bit more. Let's look at the map, the grand scheme of things. Oh, look at Northern
section. You can see that SPS, of course, having a really good position because they can actually pick people up on the bridge. And of course, having Croissant already marked, it means that they can challenge Tarim. And eventually, if the side of Tekka CRM wants to cut across with the Firefox, maybe they may be in danger as well.
Yeah, meanwhile though, still have 9 teams alive, 31 players in this server. Meanwhile, No Mercy is still out and about, but remember, WAG Anahuac is just guarding that Firefox on that bottom side. As we see the new zone, SPS basically made this zone.
I feel like it was destined for them because I took a wild guess it's going to be at Marvelous. My predictions weren't too bad after all, and now from the side of Tarim, they are just by the borders of the next safe zone, trying to cut across the river villages, of course, hoping to catch some fishes as well as the Booyah if they can. But Santiga is over on the top side here. They haven't really scouted out over on the northern section that much, but they still have a couple of seconds here to actually rotate, about 47 to be exact. And of course, UAV is out rotating into some of these areas, but will not cover towards this north section here. Now, really tricky stuff because CRM is taking this sweet time. And I'm not sure how they're going to do this. Are they going to go in for a swim? Or are they going to cut across the bridge?
I think they're going to cut across the bridge from my perspective. Actually, they might go for a swim because you can see the beach there, the shoreline, is still in the zone. So they at least buy them a little bit more time. And yeah, exactly. What they're doing here is they're splitting up the members so they don't put all their eggs in one basket, right? If they do get shoot out or shot down, they at least have a couple of options that's not in that same path.
Yeah, and of course, this time around, all these fights were pretty short-lived because they immediately go in with the flush, and of course with SFI leading the kill charge there with 5.
UAV, but not in the zone, so no one's going to get spotted out here. Looks like everyone from Team Tekka will be able to walk into the zone, no problems whatsoever. But guess what? SPS setting up camp here.
Oh man, this might just be good, but Mark may just catch some information from the tower section.
Kai.
And now Kai's being left alone. He might just get charged right here. Is this going to be a fight for the side of SPS?
Wait, he just
CRF? Oh my goodness!
They walked through into it, but now so many members of Tekka, he at least managed to jump into the housing area, the compound. Kai needs to get the hell out of there. A lot of members of Tekka, the grenade's not going to land. Now the rest of SPS coming into this village. The glue wall is put out here. The grenade not going to land. But Kai outplaying all of Team Tekka. Meanwhile, though, there goes the fight, and they're going with the shotgun. They do get the kill with SPS. Slowly,
only half a mage.
Yep, slowly but surely winning this fight. Legends. It's a 2v1 situation, a 4v1 situation. It's everyone on the side of SPS does get healed up.
Oh man, that looks brutal there. Of course, SPS now getting another kill. They haven't spotted half MH as of yet, as MH target him out of corner there.
Yep.
Wall that was put on early on. We'll give him a little bit of a lens here. But Kai looking to actually put the fight into his favor. And it's going to be Legends down on the ground. He's going to bring him down. And that's going to be Tekka taking off at 9th place. Respectable run for them, but really questionable flank coming into unknown territories.
It was a 4v1 situation. It looked kind of good. It did take Legends with no damage in return. But this is perfect for SPS. Remember, they're second in position now with 6 kills and in prime position to even maybe
number 1 right
take
now.
The Booyah. Yeah, exactly. But WAG not that far behind. 4 kills to their name. They do have 3 members left alive. Now GPS Castellanos, they want to be in that discussion as well. They want to take home the Freefire World Cup too.
You can see Anahuac is trying to deal with all these pressure towards the side of GPS as well. And now the match to get a couple of clips off. And you can see Groza actually having that really good spray control as he tries to clip off Nico. Nico only getting a couple of bullets through, but of course he is having a lot of cover. Meanwhile, the rest of GPS trying to play it out really safely. John trying to clip off La Furia. Oh man, that's gonna hurt.
They do have a couple of grenades between them, but it looks like they're holding on to it because they think it's a little bit too far.
Yeah,
range.
it's a little bit far. I mean, if you have the M79, maybe.
Yeah, that's true.
But it's still quite a hard angle to squeeze it off. Now, Doc Black just being left into this really interesting position there because he can't really run forward. He can't back down either. So all these air supplies have been called in from the side of Anahuac. So they have a lot of firepower to deal with the situation.
This is going to be a bloodbath here, because everyone walking into the vicinity of Anahuac, they are the ones with the advantage as they are inside the zone.
Meanwhile, from the side of Pink Lady, they managed to pick one off. But still, over on the northern section, we see everyone just coming in. Tara might just get flanked by the side of SPS. Meanwhile, P-Mark actually gets brought down to really low health.
Yep. They're going for this because this is a really open field here, so everyone can just shoot across one another. Crossfire is real. Now Kronos going for it, trying to look for Anahuac members, but finding absolutely nothing. But he's the one that's getting backstabbed. Kronos goes prone. Gonna get that Mad Kid just to heal himself up.
Oh, that was really close call coming in.
Oh no.
The zone is here, ladies and gentlemen, and they gotta run for their lives.
Yeah, he will
and
be
over on all the sections, you see Kronos trying to deal with Anahuac. And this circle, this save zone is not on their favor.
WAG's out.
WAG is out of the game.
8 plays. WAG, they do get 4 kills. That's around 80 points, but this is not enough. They get 45 points for finishing 8. That means they only get 100-ish points. This is a perfect time for the team to catch up and maybe SPS to threaten the lead. But Anahuac, they want to spoil the SPS party.
Oh man, it seems like SPS in danger once again as they manage to escape themselves. And now Mark getting under pressure once again. Beautiful glue wall being brought out. Meanwhile, Tarum not making a move of that muscle. P-Mark trying to put up a couple more walls. As John goes in with the Dragonov kill.
Good kill there. The long range shots coming to connect. And you can see Anahuac just suppressing the members. But SFI has entered the discussion as well. They are just playing the spoiler SPS. They just want to survive.
Oh man, all these long range battles is definitely keeping me on my toes here. As P-Mark getting a little bit of flank here as John goes down. Meanwhile, Tara remembers.
Oh, Nico's out. They got it. They got him. John's out as well. That means Anahuac only has 2 members left alive. Can they do this? This is very close. Tara trying to play with fire. They're going for the rush. Nico just playing the merry-go-round game, trying to stay alive himself. And now here comes the rush. Nico will get killed. Anahuac is out as well.
Oh man, that feels bad for Anahuac, but SPS joining the party once again. Oh, that snipe down. And that Scar making magic happen for the side of Legolas as they eliminate top. And now SPS do have to deal with this situation as Tara will have a couple members limited as Scott finishes up Tara.
This is bad for SPS, and GPS Restauranos is out as well. This is SFI with the bird's eye view. You can see they're on top of the mountain. They're doing so much damage. You can see everything. The grenades coming through. They want to flush out the ties. But so far, no connections coming through yet.
And from the side of Tarum, they do still have Mazak here being the only hope for the team as Scott tries to do
crazy
something.
ending.
Oh man, like
he's actually resurrecting him.
Oh,
and Pink Lady has 4 members as well.
Oh my goodness me! Mercy getting clipped out, and that's gonna be Lagalov bringing them down. Pablo gets caught out, and it's only gonna be Dumblo as well as Manja. They are well spread out, and there's just no way that they can actually challenge SFI in that situation.
I think SFI has the best possible location because they are in the safe zone and they have the higher ground as well. But you can see Pink Lady, they still have 3 members, so it's 3v1, v1, v3. Who is going to bring it home? The Indonesian team, the Malaysian team, the Thai team, as well as the Russians. And you can see there, he's going for the scope. Here comes the save zone. Jumbo trying to go for the run. No mercy, he's going to get tagged out. Jumbo.
Oh, he's going to face Tarum as well.
I think it's out. Pink Lady, they have 2 members down and about. And it's really hard for them now. SPS, they just want to stay alive. They just want to punch Pink Ladies later. That means they need 3 more squad. And SFI, they might be bottom of the standings, but they are looking good. Scott, he does take Tote, but Lord is coming from the skies to take the trade kill. 2 teams left alive here, Contra.
Oh, Tarum's just hugging by the edge, and I don't think he can survive because he's outside of the zone.
No.
And when this shrinks, Mezek will be out of the game, and now he's just trying to find a way.
He knows.
He needs to man up. Looking into this, he does have gluttony. Maybe he needs to just heal up, but how can they deal with SFI?
He has no mad kits. He has no mad kits. No chance whatsoever. He has just left his hands. He does finish first runner-up at least, but SFI gets the booyah. They were last place, and I think from this, they are going to look really, really good.
Yeah, and finally they get what they deserve. They worked hard for it, and when they challenged all these teams earlier on, they found that initial 5 kills, and now taking this booyah here.
5-7.
5-7 and 3. Man.
So if my math serves me right, that's 15 kills. But you can see, right, from the looks of the players, they're not really that thrilled with it because they know they're so far behind still.
Yeah, but still, it is a very good run. Now that we've concluded this match, let's have a look into the highlights once again. Yep. I know what John, of course, getting one of his early kills of the game. There's so much battle happening towards the capital section there. But Mane, though, the EVOS team just get flushed out too early into the stages. And of course, we talked about the rotations there. Didn't work out for them once again.
Yeah, they look okay. They look good at the start of it, but EVOS, they were playing with the fire, dancing with death. It was just not enough. And you know, at the end, WAG just basically outclassed them.
Yeah, and looking at PK here, I feel like SPS definitely had this sort of advantage when we look into the Marvel section where CRM actually rushed them and, of course, got themselves into a really bad situation, and they just get capitalized just like that.
Yeah, and a lot of long-range shots, and this zone, this small little time frame was insane. Everyone was just guns blazing, taking their shots. Daniel took a shot at SPS members, but unfortunately just couldn't connect onto it. If he managed to get those kills, it would have been so different for Anaheim. Yeah,
and of course, coming in from SPS, so there's just way too many challenges. And Karam, alongside with Anoa, was in a little bit of a close quarter combat action there. As you can see, they tried to get Magzek, but all the other guys have already been revived. So we also see a crazy Dragunov kill from way afar. And this time around, we also see Pink Lady moving to the top 4, which is a great news for the Malaysians.
Yep, and Pink Lady, I think they finished 4th place here, so that is a respectable finish. We'll obviously climb it up, but the main team here, it has to be SFI. But once again, they were not sure. Look at that. They were like, alright, we got the booyah. No smiles at all. They understand they have a long way to go. And look at the standings. SPS looking good at SFI from 12th spot.
And now they're top 4.
Wow.
This is amazing. I mean, 15 kills sends you straight all the way up. But this is the result that we have. EVOS Capital, although they dropped out really early, they are still in the top 6 in terms of all these scores. Now, man, any surprises for you here?
I mean, let's just do a quick rundown to let everyone know. SPS now is the one in first place with 1,203 points. WAG falling down to second. Remember, they finished 8th that time around. Not the best scores. GPS Vasuranos, the Brazilian team, still there, still in the shout, but the real one is SFI St. Hades. 19 kills, they just racked up points. Anahua, 5th place. EVOS Capital, 6th place. TOP from Chinese Taipei, 7th. Taram from Russia in 8th. Shut down the Thai local team, not looking good anymore. Down in 9th. Third Car, Pink Lady and Rick Candice are our bottom 3. But like we said, we just saw SFI shoot up in the standings.
Yeah.
One good game, man.
They just skyrocketed. I mean, like, I don't know, like, they just went Super Saiyan on all these guys and like, hey, I'm just gonna destroy everybody. And they were the king of the hills at the end
literally.
of the round.
Yeah, they were the hills at the end of the king.
Literally on their peak performance. And WAG getting knocked off at 7th place. Every other team was like, hey, WAGs are out of the game. And they just say, we have a chance at this, but still, it's going to be Dark who's still leading the kills here. And it's not going to change anytime soon.
I don't know, man.
2 games.
I mean, SFI, one of the members got 7 kills.
Yeah.
If he just repeats the performance, he's the kill leader already.
Oh yeah, like if you now that you mention it, but we're going back into Bermuda next round.
Yep, that's true.
Things are going to change once again. So this is going to be interesting. Like 2 rounds each, and now back to Bermuda. How do you feel like this is going to affect them? Because
right now, if I'm WAG, I'm happy. It was like, all right, finally we're back in Bermuda. The comfort zone of this Vietnamese team is very clear, right? First game, took the booyah. Second game, 2nd place. Those were the performances that they need. Now, our final 3 maps will be Bermuda and then Purgatory into Bermuda. So the majority of the maps are Bermudas. So maybe that's where WAG said, so, okay, we know we're not that good at Purgatory, but Bermuda is where we shine. Maybe this is where they'll be like, okay, we're still in a good position. We're second place. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah,
and we're still there. We can get to first place.
And I feel like out of all the teams, I feel like GPS Veteranos is the one that actually understands both maps well enough.
That's true.
And from the Thai squads, they love their Purgatory map, and like they understand which position that they have to be in. Like I feel like that's their sort of confidence. So maybe the round after this coming round, they may just find themselves into that really good position once again. Now I see a lot of these Southeast Asian countries playing. They seem to finally get a little bit more confidence in the later stages of the game, and it's great news for them. But like from the side of Teika here, like there are games that they were really good. There are games that they make some bad decisions, perhaps, if you want to say so.
Yeah, that's true.
But I would say that it's really their fault because in this sort of battle royale format, of course, you got to make sure that every single information that you receive gets channeled out. And in that situation when they deal with SPS, if I'm not mistaken, I felt like they went into the vicinity not having a single clue at all. And that itself was a little bit of a mistake.
I mean, we'll have to see how it kind of translates into it. Like I said, sometimes Battle Royale, it does have that sort of element of luck into it, the zone, the loot that you get. Sometimes it just doesn't work your way, but they're doing a good job into putting the fortune into their own favor. And the one I want to high about, it has to be SFI, the Indonesian team now in a real shout. But you cannot count out the Vietnamese team. WAG, going back to their comfort map, Bermuda, they were the ones that just popped off in the beginning stages. Can they continue that form? We'll have to ask it out. But let's talk about Purgatory a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Because we will be going back to that place again after this map, in map 6 to be exact. What do you expect here coming in?
Of course, we had another round of Purgatory already, so I do expect that now they've already familiarized themselves into this. Like, there's gonna be a little bit more fight because people are gonna get desperate before they get into round 7.
Yeah.
Of course.
I mean, this three are like the way like you just need to know what you need, right? Like maybe a team like WAG is like, okay, we just need to stay alive. But a team like Pink Lady, they have to go ham, go for all the kills, see everyone, kill everyone.
Now it seems like we are gonna go into the next game in a little bit more. Now that we have got some news from the producer, but of course a little bit of score tabulation before we head into that one. And now
looks like we actually have a really short break coming in for 15 minutes actually. But we're not sure. We're just waiting for our producers to tell us something. Well, let's talk a little bit more about that game, and let's bring it region v region, right? So far, you know, a lot of people when they came in would talk, all right, so the South Americans, the Latin Americans are gonna shine through, but it's the Southeast Asian teams that are really showing up. Obviously, you have the exception of one team, which is, not mistaken, GPS Veteranos, but the rest are all Southeast Asian teams.
Yeah, I just believe that even from the Central Asia zone, Chinese Taipei top, I feel like
they have been there. They've been there.
Yeah.
Not perfect. Not
Bermuda is their turf. But maybe when it went to Purgatory, things really went down south. It just went down south both games. So maybe now when we head back into Bermuda, it is a little bit better for themselves.
True.
So they still have their chances here. So don't count it off as of yet. But Latin America, I say. They have that samba flair. They have all the.
They need to show up, man. They need to samba it out. They need to show up. But we'll figure out if they do manage to come through, as we will go on a very short break. But when we come back, the second half of the Freefire World Cup live in Bangkok, Thailand, where we will crown the grand champions of the world for Free Fire. My name is Matthew. His name is Contra. We're live at Garena World. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey guys, welcome back to the stream! Welcome back to the second half of the Freefire World Cup, where we have 3 more matches before we decide who will be able to lift that golden trophy.
Yeah, no.
Do you want it? Do you want it?
I want it, but we're just passing the matches here.
You cannot have it.
We're gonna train up. We're gonna try for the next World Cup. All right, maybe next year.
I don't
hopefully.
think so. I don't think so.
Well,
that's a faraway dream.
we'll talk to the paying ladies, guys, and we'll ask them their secret. Well, of course, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Contra. This is Matthew Camu-chan, and we will go into the next game in a bit. But of course, we got a lot to talk about. We have so many top teams here, and now down to round 5. We're back into Bermuda once again. I hope you guys took a little bit of a quick break there. We
took a quick break. We chilled up, got some food. We're all pumped up, all energized up again, right? Yeah. Good. Right.
Everything's great.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
But let's just remind everyone what are the teams here playing for. They're playing for the prize pool of $100,000 with first place, walking home with half of that chunk.
And of course, not only that, if you get most kills for your team gets another $2,000. If you stay surviving the longest, that's another extra $2,000. And
the MVP as well gets another $2,000. So not too shabby for a day's work. And we're halfway through.
Yeah, we're halfway through today. And right now it's just 12 p.m. around.
Is it?
The time
I didn't even check. We started really early today.
Yeah, we started pretty early.
How's your day, guys?
Of course.
All good?
I hope you guys from across the world are enjoying all these matches here, and we see a lot of amazing plays. Even Team Indonesia were at the bottom of the standings. They managed to climb back out from the ditch to the top 4, if I'm not mistaken.
That's SFI to be exact. They are playing extremely well. Can they continue this momentum? You know, this is probably the worst time for them to go on break, actually, right? It was like, all right, we just won. We got 15 kills at the same time.
Oh, that's still okay,
that's a break now.
I mean, like, they just finished Purgatory, so having a lot of fights after fights in such a huge map, now that they are going back to Bermuda, at least they get a little bit of that comfort that they need if they need to go for, I don't know, they got to go for all these sort of mental reset.
Yep, exactly. You know, long break, long reset, but you know what? That's about it, because I think the teams, they are ready. And they are already into the loading screen. And I'm sure you guys are ready. We are ready. Let's continue the Freefire World Cup live in Bangkok, Thailand, where we want to crown the grand champions of the world of Free Fire. We are going to load back into the Bermuda map. The players, they're all set down. SFI, they are the team in action. They are the team in form. Can they snatch it away at the tail end? We'll have to find out as we load into the game. Let's see how things are going about.
So far, so good for SFI, and now all eyes on the prize once again. Golden M79 as we look into Bermuda once more. SFI will float all the way northwards here, and maybe, just maybe, this might be great for them as they head towards the Cape Town.
Yep, and now going into it, let's see how this now we talked about this, right? Now you're into this bottom half of the day. You have to focus on what is your team's objective, right? Every team has a different objective. Teams in the lower half, they need kills. And is it wise to maybe go to a hot zone instead?
Yeah, I think that a lot of these teams are trying to rake in kills. That's why I see most of them are inside of Marshall Electric. Speaking of that, that's going to Team PL going against Evos. Evos not really having the best of runs. As you can see, SFI, Tarum, of course, and we're in the top 2 positions earlier on. And just to correct myself right there, from the side of SFI, they are headed towards the side of Shipyard, so they won't be challenged at all. Meanwhile, DPS will have to deal with the Russian squad. Tarum are on the loose, and Proto's got shot on foot.
Yeah, he's just running out. He knows. I guess he's so far away from his teammates, and Tarum is like, hey, this is our territory.
Yeah.
Get out.
Look at that. Like, the rest of them are, like, over on the eastern side of the map. Of course, he's a little bit too far off, and just getting that information is already vital enough. So they will not deal with the rest of Team Russia. As you can see, Tarum here finally getting back into the place that they prefer to play, which is, of course, not Purgatory. It is Bermuda. Now, looking at the bridge, we see SPS members Scott as well as Legends just moving across. Now, Sentosa is of course, filled with so much loot. And SPS still in the top 5 position. What do you think they will get at the end of the round?
I mean,
it's a rough guess.
It's a hard thing, right? Like, they didn't do that well in the Bermuda map, and let's have to see how it goes about. Meanwhile, EOS and SPS in this small little island, but they're not going to meet up anytime soon. EOS Cap, so one of the teams that were pretty hyped up into this tournament, not really performing that well. They can still kind of salvage it into this last 3 maps, but the question is whether they can pull it off. So far, though, Kai is dangerously close. Does he know about the EVOS Raw?
EVOS Raw, that's the tagline. And Mr. 13,
I think he spotted it up.
Yeah, I think they've already received that sort of information. Meanwhile, Mr. 5 over on the top side here, they have the bird's eye view, but P. Kai outside, and Vinegar will be the first one to take off Sprite right there. Whoa. And this is the Chinese Taipei squad. Under fire once again, tries to go in to deal with Kadu on that P90.
See how these things are going to come about. They want to continue. Fury going to go for those shots here. You can see top or TOP in that matter. They're really split away. You can see that one's the top north side, one is the south side. They want to get multiple angles to make sure they're not all in one spot. Meanwhile, they're trying to get some shots to connect, but nothing hitting so far.
Yeah. From Alamel, shredding up just like that. We'll finish him off. He got down on the ground as Medanda tries to finish him off. Right now, Kadu dealing with this situation, but Flurry gets down instead. Kadu, look at this. He only has 1 HP and top will get out of the game.
A big surprise at top. One of the teams that were performing so well, and now they're down and out as well. Now it's up for grabs. Meanwhile, though, don't forget, Shutdown is not too far. So he was the one that actually picked up the kill. Kadu, he survived with 5 health.
Look at all these teams, they're all fighting.
They're coming in, and this is what I was talking about. When you come to the stage, they just won the kills, and OK just lets it rip, and they get another one. Vinegar will get knocked down as well. Kadu, the last surviving members, he does stop the onslaught from Yamil. SFI joining the fight as well. He's going for the score. He gets it. He gets the shutdown, as you say it. He went for the flank and caught them out. SFI, they looked pretty the last game, but this is a total 180.
It was a big disaster for the SFI squad, and now Kadu tries to bring down Few as well. No! But he went running straight at him, and he says, sit down, shuts him off, and Few gets one for himself.
Few just basically said, thou shalt not pass, and indeed, they went for the mano-a-mano fight, and they just got outgunned. Now, Shutdown, a lot of good kills here, 4 kills to be exact.
Oh yeah.
Good game. Remember, if they have another good game like SFI did, straight away, boom, up in the top.
Yeah, looking at this, oh my, this actually covers Renown Village. Now, this is surprising to me because some teams actually opt for Renown Village earlier on, but in this game itself, nobody actually hits there. And of course, Clock Tower will possibly see a lot of visitors much later on. CRM is in the middle of it all. Meanwhile, the rest of SFI, GPS, and Tarum might just battle it out over onto the Bimisok district.
Yep. And as well on the Clockwork Tower, they're really close here. But the main one that you need to highlight here is WAG. They are still 2nd place. So they are still looking pretty. But Tarum and GPS Veteranos, they need to be careful. Tarum, they spot them out. I'm pretty sure they know. And now they want to go in the open field, and now here,
Tower gets brought down.
They're letting it rip. Kajura is the first one to fall. Kronos trying to get a little bit more members. They're all in that small little compound. Tarum, they're getting hovered over. They are getting trapped in that compound. GPS Veteranos, just like predators, stalking their prey. The grenades coming true. La Furia does get one more. They kill him off. 2 more members left. Can they survive? GPS Veteranos, they won those points. They're rushing into the compound. And now, look at Tarum. They're making a run away from it.
They have to run away. There's just way too many GPS members there. And they managed to catch out Sneeja. And do anything. Look at Glitch right now.
The glue wall.
Beautiful glue wall. And it's only him left alive.
I don't think so. He has 2, but that's about it. You can see Dog Flash taking it up, and there's Tarum eliminated. GPS, he did it all by himself, by the way. La Furia took all the kill credit. And now, you can feel the blood in their eyes. They won this game. They won the kills.
They want to go on that numero uno win. And of course, La Furia just turns on that God mode and wiped the whole team by himself. This is just one member we're talking about.
To be fair, the other team members, they kind of deal up damage.
Yeah, they did deal
He got the credit kills, but...
True, but like, I feel like this guy if he stays alive for longer, he can actually challenge down even more people. And speaking of that, SPS!
Oh no! Evil's tried to do it. Evil's like, yo, this is our strategy. You don't take our strategy away. And they go down. Scott will fall as well. 2 members of SPS. This is going to hurt them. Remember, they're on the top of the leaderboard now. Only P. Mark and P. Cal, 2 members left alive for SPS.
Oh man, Kai and Mark needs to actually play this out safely, because as much as they are inside the zone, wherever they're rotating right now, it's going to get harder, because if you head towards the center zone, everyone's going to be there. And looking at other teams, I feel like Mimi Sakti Strip, we talked about 3 teams already being inside. Anuak is now gatekeeping the rest of them. And if you are a player, how would you take this situation?
I don't know. Like you said, every single team, they have a different sort of mentality coming in. Some want kills, some just want those points. WAG, you can see, they're not as aggressive anymore coming into the second half of the day. They just want those placement points, right? So they just play safe. They say, it's okay, as long as we finish maybe top 3, we will have a good shot. You can see SPS, they're left with 2 members. They have the really bad position.
Oh, look at Zote there, camping off over on the sniper tower. They have the vehicle just in case if they need to speed off.
But that's a big tell, right? Hey, someone's here, you know.
but at least they were at the bottom of the hill, so they can still hide the Ferrari or whatever you want to call it. It is a great spots car, which gives them enough speed to run through. Now, meanwhile, from the side of Pink Lady, they know that Evos is around doing the Evo strat.
They're doing exactly what we think they would have to do. But to be fair, right, pretty good driving skills. Look at that, no stops. Understands how to brake, and
the moment that you say no stops, he's gonna go for the stop. Pablo though.
Need to be careful. There's 2 members of Pink Lady in this compound here, Contra. But looks like Evos, they're still pretty.
They heard the footsteps. I'm pretty sure that they're going to charge it really soon.
Yeah, but they're in the zone here. So maybe Pink Lady will hold it off. They might not want to go for anything. They say, hey, let's just wait for the zone before we go for anything. Oh my god, in the same house here. John Blow and Manjahat.
It's Malaysia versus Indonesia.
Oh, the classic rivalry.
The top Southeast Asian spot, of course. Mane bringing out the katana. Will join Coupe and hoping to have enough firepower for the next fight, because this one, it's going to be really epic between Malaysia and Indonesia. Now Pablo got himself a little bit okay.
He destroyed his own car.
So he destroyed his own vehicle, and man, I talk about Rindam Village. This is where it's going to end up in, as SBS being the only few teams that are actually inside the circle, with Anuak as well.
But they only have 2 members, remember, so this could be a good shout where they can just stay alive and hopefully they just get the placement points to stay relevant. Remember, we have 2 more matches after this, so it's not the end of the world just yet.
Yeah, of course, still anyone's game, and man, it's really hard to tell who's going to take it all home. Now, Eva's Capital going in for
They're going for a big round.
Yeah, big round out there, as of course they will cut across the factory, and they will try to evade Fortuna as soon as possible. But yeah, WAG is going to gatekeep them, but they are in the